Okay, excuse me. I honor those of you who are coming into the lives, watching, those of you who are coming in honorable energy, benevolent energy, sincere, decent, kind, you're a good person, even if you're different than me and you don't have no ill will and all blah, 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 blah. I honor y'all. And this is a collective reading, okay? Past, present, future. If you're new to my channel, I invite you to check out the description box as well as the links that I've provided, as well as I have well over 2,500 videos, but this is over the years, and it is a combination of other content creators. It's a combination of different stuff. So it's kind of like a jack of all trades. You get some entertainment, you get readings, teachings, healing sessions, affirmations, you name it. Okay. So check that out. And if you're not a subscriber and you're an honorable being, and good person, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know every time that I'm uploading or going live. And please, viewer discretion is advised. If you look in the description box, it gives you all the disclaimers you need. Be grounded and practical. That's my humble opinion about everything in life anyway. Okay, stuff should jive with you at the end of the day. Okay, this is collective. What I'm learning about my readings, though, that they are timeless and it's past, present, future, could be very tricky. So just take that as it resonates for you. This is an energy about why a karmic, karmics, like, what's their problem? So irritated with the, honorable feminine. Honorable feminine has been targets of all kinds of, basically being bullied, from childhood to adulthood, dealing with adult bullies that chances are they were possibly childhood bullies too. Okay. But they're doing this in a covert style because these are people who need to appear to be like they have grown, like they are healthy, whole, and all those things. And so there's been spiritual abuse, religious abuse, energetic abuse to these honorable feminine, civil and human rights and personal privacy, just and their children. Okay, because this thing spread. It's just this aggressive, hostile, volatile energy against her in her life. Now, the fascinating thing is there's some groups of karmics, it ain't all the karmics, there are some groups of karmics that are bothered by feminine's ability to, handle loss, suffering, injustices with such grace and strength. Okay, and this chances are the reason why they know that is because they have manufactured all of this stuff. They're doing the stuff, they're doing the spell work, they're doing the stalking, they're exploiting their networks, and some of them are getting first-hand seat at watching how feminine handles, because most of them, they're utterly obsessed in a very dangerous and scary single white female, kind of way. And, so they see her suffer, but then it's like they see her suffer with grace and strength. They see, that she takes it with stride and that she, she somehow finds a way, no matter what kind of fuckery is thrown at her, no matter what games people are playing in her face, no matter how, all these little tactics that are constantly being employed against her. Okay, and so the energy at the bottom of the deck, this is like the backdrop of what could have happened to the feminines. So we have, so they have an ability to heal. Okay, something about their ability to actually heal, not the I'm saying I'm healed, I'm naming it and claiming it, but I'm not changing it. Like, their ability to actually heal. Okay, from what? A loss. Success is going in reverse. So when people tamper with things, okay, losses. Travel, okay, let's say it says safe travel in the reverse. So like handle being stuck in a situation, handle, situations where they traveled somewhere and it was actually not safe. They ended up, traveling to basically a booby trap. They were trafficked. Okay. Yeah. The Honorable Feminine and their children in this collective was human trafficked by corruption along with their karmic handlers and family members. Okay. Utilizing housing programs, those portals, because that's the easiest way that this can be done. Okay. So, yes, they were trafficked to, groups that are not, you're not going to see them on a roster. You're not going to see them on Yelp because it's disgusting. I wish people would just catch up really quick here. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to see that on Yelp. It's not going to be on the front of their business. Okay. But they're into human trafficking. And these are people who are into the dark arts and they're trying to harvest these disabled people's energy, life force energy. They're doing that to my son. They're doing that to many people and they're doing that to the collective. Okay. So, and this is why some of them are sick as I speak. Some of them are sick. Some of them are having tragic accidents. Because they're trying to sacrifice people like this is the commissary. I keep saying that like this is grocery store. They keep trying. Insane. Okay. So again, situations that are not safe, how she's handling, because she could be in a situation right now and she's not safe. Her or her children, they're not safe. She has said this. She's communicated it. People know that too. And nobody's taking it seriously. So people are watching let's see how she handles. Let's see if this is going to make her break down. And it's not going to make her break down. It's going to make her get down with the get down. And that's what they're witnessing. Okay, because she's not safe. Her children's not safe. Every day their energy is being fucked with all day. Possibly her children's condition could be fucked or could be in a bad way because of all these people. These church, nice, clean, good, clean, wholesome church going motherfuckers. And these businessmen and women, these prominent people of society. So they're watching how she dealt with misfortune. Good luck is in the reverse. With love, this misfortune that she's had in her love life. Okay, with thinking people are loyal, because like you see seahorses are loyal. They mate for life. Okay, and they both could have babies, I think, or I think the man has babies or something like that. But like what has happened with her life due to the unfortunate, her love life being basically exploited and used against her. Okay. And the truth being in reverse, people lying to her, hiding shit from her. People who are not mindful, or situations where she made a mistake and wasn't mindful of something because people was hiding something from her. And they're bothered about the wisdom that these feminines gather. Look at the octopus hands. Feminine may be like an octopus. People may feel like she knows how to kind of like feel her tentacles everywhere to get something or get things done, or she's gained some kind of wisdom through it. Yeah. She's dealt with people with weak wills or people that's trying to break her will. And so these karmics, ungrounding her and trying to break her will and stuff like that, her equilibrium, willpower reversed. But she gained wisdom. That's what they were trying to do, break her willpower. her balance, her willpower, ungrounding her. Yep, with all of this stuff. Karmic justice, look, karmic justice in the reverse, how she's handling unjust situations, because this is not just what these honorable feminines are experiencing. There's nothing just about the situation. The whole thing, there's nothing just, okay, about it whatsoever. Because this could have something to do with crooked judicial systems sometimes. Okay, and a lot of people would feel hopeless or feel some kind of way. It's because like, so what are you gonna do? But these honorable feminists like, no, I'm gonna put my fillers out and I'm gonna go within, I'm gonna cleanse, bitch, I'm gonna do some food things and then I'm gonna manifest my ass the hell out of here as well. But before I do that, I'm gonna manifest, you know? Okay, let's see. Let's y'all see the cards. Okay, let's get into it. So they're bothered. This is healing energy. So I got 2 different tarot decks. Okay, we're gonna do something unique. We're gonna get some qualities of feminine here because it's about that healing. So I'm gonna use some of the decks that's gonna maybe bring out some qualities or some strengths or attributes that feminine has had to cultivate. Okay, along the way, through all of these various injustices, okay? So, but I'm going to use 2 different tarot decks. I'm going to use this for the karmics, and I'm going to use this for the honorable feminines, okay? Okay. So, what's the problem with the karmic? Okay, let's go there, okay? Because it's like, what's their deal? You know what I mean? What's their deal? What's the problem? What is their hang up? What is wrong? Or, you know, in other words, why they are with, you know. What is something that they're deeply unhappy about or unsatisfied about or bothered within themselves, even if this is subconsciously, that causes them to really be infuriated with the honorable feminine to such a magnitude where they become her arch nemesis and become just extremely obsessed with the honorable feminine in their lives in a very dangerous way. What is it? What is not okay with them? Even if it's something that they're not ready to face or admitting, or it could be something that's going on in their life. So what is it? Death is in the reverse. They don't know how to transform. I have scorpionic energy. This could be a Scorpio. Is it that they don't know how to transform, or they don't know how to handle endings? This could be something to do with rejection and abandonment and seasons. And they don't know how to handle that. And also about transformation, because the death card is not just about an end. It's also about death and rebirth. It's about being able to, you know, being able to, you know, transform and, you know, grow and evolve and expand and develop from life, from seasons, from, you know, not just the bad stuff, but just in general, seasons from life. And some things do come to end. I just heard, don't take it personal. Take the bitter with the sweet. Easy come and easy go. Don't take it personal. Something. Some good things come to an end. Okay, so it's not just necessarily about when something is necessarily bad or, you know, tragic. It's like in general they have an issue. So that's what's making me say, oh, okay, so then it could be a deeper rooted rejection and abandonment thing that they are not facing. Okay, they could also be not over a death. This could be a death of like a physical death of somebody that they didn't, that they missed. Could also be they're not over a death, an ending to a relationship. And that's what's wrong with them for some of you, since it's collective and it is a major arcana and they have anger problems. It says barbarian. They have anger issues. Okay, you have the Knight of Swords here. They have anger problems, loose cannon. They're quick to do things because the Knight of Swords also in a low vibration. It's the fastest knight of tarot, but in a low vibration is somebody that is too quick. They too flippant with their mouths. They're too flippant with what they're willing to get into, maybe like with contracts. They're too quick to go somewhere, go do something, jump into something and get into something. Okay, so they have anger problems and they could be angry about an ending that they didn't want to end. Okay, they could be angry and dealing with the anger of maybe there's some guilt there because if they feel like they had a role in somebody's physical death, whatever this is, they could be angry at the collective as well. Okay. Remember how we said they're bothered by honorable feminine's ability to handle loss. Remember that? So that's kind of like the same vibe. Her ability to handle loss, meaning death, death, loss, endings, misfortune. Because all of this, the honorable, everything that whoever these karmics are, everything that they're experiencing, feminine has experienced it time and time and time again. In some cases, she's experienced it at the hand of some of them. Okay. And for them, as they're going through some of this, they cannot, this is like tearing some of them up. And I have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. That's unhealed trauma here. They don't know how to let go of certain things that's weighing them down in a healthy way. But also they may be people who like to trauma dump on folks. And so when things come to an end, it's like the people who they want to dump their burdens on is no longer there. Whether it's that their punching bag, the energetic punching bag, emotional punching bag, whatever it is, just dumping. Okay, 10 of Wands, it says dragon. Yeah, this could be they bullies. It's in the reverse. They and there's the Queen of Wands, Lilith. Strength. The Magician. They could be addicted to spell work. Yeah, so what their problem is, what's wrong with them is that they are manipulative and foolish. They're addicted to doing spell work every time there it is. They don't know how to handle burdens and pain and loss and betrayal and all of the things that basically they watched you live. In some cases, they had a personal hand in, okay? And you handle it with grace and strength, even though you were hurt, and integrity to some degree. I'm not saying that you were perfect, but you didn't rear off to this. And that's what's bothering some of them. Okay. They wanted you to become a dark magician, and they maybe thought in their mind, we'll see. Maybe if I, abuse them and their kids and do all these things, then they'll become, and they watch how you still, no, you're not. Yeah, they restricted your money and you still not becoming a crazy toxic killer person. They restricted your money and you're still not joining a weird ass cult. You're still not trying to sell out somebody's kid. they made sure all your relationships was tampered with, but you're still not, you're at an age in life, no qualms to those who are choosing the otherwise, but you're still not going to be walking the street. Don't mind him. He's flipping out in there with that game on top of the spell work that I'm clearing off of him due to this recent weird shit that they've been doing to him. He'll be okay because I'm going to make so he okay, and I'm going to deal with him prospectively. Because I told everybody, I suggest you stop fucking with my kids. I said what I had to say. I done told everybody, look him. I done told all these hoes. I ain't got no time for no. I'm not even gonna play that game. I ain't even leaving room for nothing no more. I'm like, no, we're not gonna play that. I'm gonna just drop that. You know who you are, and you know what you've done, and I'm gonna deal with that. Okay, boom. So again, they're foolish. They're addicted to just with this warlock here. It says warlock on this one. So this could be a man as well as a woman because it's a man in this depiction. Or a feminine that operates in masculine energy. And then 8 of Wands. Yeah, they're addicted to spell work. They're addicted to doing spell work every time they find themselves in a predicament, every time there's a loss, every time they don't get their way, every time somebody leaves them or something, they're addicted to doing some kind of spell work to get revenge and to do all this. And that's, yeah. Yeah, they're delusional. The moon in the reverse. Yeah, look at. They're delusional. They're addicted to bullying people. They're addicted. Okay. They're being forced though. Here it is. It says werewolf. They're being forced. Their issue is they're being forced to face their worst fears. A part of their issue is they don't have insight, real insight, intuition, but they're also addicted to trying to keep illusions running. Loki, Ursula Sea Witch, in a low vibration. Okay. Let's clarify. Death is their lead. You would think it was like a life or death game in there. Anyway. Let's clarify. I want to clarify death in reverse. Oh, and I have the King of Swords coming out right away in reverse. Okay, so we have King of Swords. This is possibly a narcissist, man or woman. This is somebody who's crooked, who's cold, who's callous. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta close the door because he doing must in there. I gotta bear with me. Let me close the door and send him a little bit of energy. I'm gonna pause. I think it has a pause feature on here now, so just give me 1 second to find it because I think that's one of the new features, if I'm not mistaken. Wait. I think I can. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh, I can mute it though. I could do that. So just bear with me. Okay. A King of Swords in the reverse came out clarifying death in the reverse. This person don't want to change. A part of their problem with their deal is they don't want to change. I mean, I guess that's the Ebonics version of it. Like they're manipulative. They're used to just manipulating their way. Okay. Whenever they have any kind of issue or struggle, manipulating in a toxic sense, you know what I'm saying? Dropping their burdens on other people, projecting, because Ten of Wands reverse is projection. It can be, they like to project, you know, they don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. They don't want to change. Narcissistic, maybe they're mean and cruel. Narc tendencies. Somebody could have not liked how something ended, or they don't like. Again, this could be somebody who have an issue with letting go, something being over. That can be a contract. It don't always have to be love. I know we assume it, but we don't have lovers out or anything yet. So this is somebody that has an issue with something being over. They don't like to lose. And let me tell you something, that's one of a main narc feature. I mean, because no one necessarily likes to lose, but not everybody gets into some real toxic behavior because of it. Okay? They don't like that, something comes out of their control, or, a contract, whatever this is that they thought that they were going to do, that they thought was going to lift some burdens. In some cases, this could be people that feel like you manipulated them. But because I heard that earlier, and it's like, no. The only reason why people are out of your life, this would include past lovers, relatives, and any situation in terms of contract, is because either something was no longer fitting, it wasn't serving you or your children, it wasn't healthy, and it was, it was done judiciously, and it was time to be done. Now, just because other people have some under the cuff nefarious ideas in mind, that don't have nothing to do with us. Because that wasn't supposed to be what the hell was happening anyway. You see that? Because outside of that, it's like, no, that's not what happened. And in terms of, for the collective, in terms of lovers, it's like, no, that's not, no, that's not what happened. And they didn't like that, I could tell. The collective that this is about, in terms of the Honorable Feminist, did not pre-plan. That is actually a projection and a confession of the narc themselves, because they were pre-planning shit. You see how that goes? You see how they thought you were because they were? The collective wasn't pre-planning nothing. Collective just had grown to a space to where it's like, hey, and if people will review shit properly, they'd see it clearly. When somebody is pre-planning something, they'll be all too willing to let a motherfucker go without even a conversation. They'll be like, oh, okay. They ain't gonna be trying to let's talk, let's figure. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's how that's how you want to be. You see what I'm saying? Because it was the part of the plan in the first place. You see what I mean? So yeah, it's different energies here, but they don't know how to get burdens off themselves too. On a collective scale with this Ten of Wands, like I said, inner child wounds, traumas, they don't know how to do it properly. So they manipulate. Oh, and they don't like that the honorable feminine don't resort to that. Maybe you grew past that. Maybe your younger years, because you had to alchemize like everybody else. So maybe you grew out of it or something like that. You did the work. Maybe you decided, or you know what I'm saying, that okay, hey, this ain't about beating myself up. This is about evolution. I am growing. I want to be, I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna never be perfect, but it's like, okay, I want to try. I don't want to be defaulted to fuckery. I understand that sometimes there's always variables, okay? But it's like you don't want to be defaulted to it where that is your go-to and that is your normal and that is your pattern and that is what you prefer. It's like I want to be integral. I want to be as decent as it can be. I want to try the healthiest route that's within my means to try. I want to try. It may not be comfortable. It may not be the most glamorous life. It may be long because it's not a quick fix. Yeah, King of Swords reverse. Clarifying death reverse. They don't want to change, honey. This is stubborn. This is my way or the highway. This is if I don't want something to end, then I'm gonna have a problem that it did, or if it don't end on my terms, it's that kind of vibe. Very rigid, mean. And with it being in reverse, now I'm not gonna say it can be an intellectual limit because it's the air element. So air, Mercury, air communications. You know what I'm saying? And this could be, because sometimes they could secretly feel this way. Like that they are not, and so they overcompensate. And then if they think or perceive that you are smart or something like that, that's another problem they'll have with you. And you'll be able to find it in comments that they comment. They always tell themselves they do. They do it with themselves, just like in school. It's the same thing. I promise y'all, it's the same. It's the same. It's just only with grown-ups. Just like in school. What did the bullies do in school? They insulted you. They teased you. They picked at you. They looked for you to do it. You could be going the other way. They made it a point to find you. To make sure that they made fun of you. And it was really because they felt small. It was something about them that felt small in comparison to something with that person, whether it be that person had an ability to be a loner and didn't need to fit into no clique. That person was smart and that maybe they felt like a dumb jock. And that their only fame was because they knew how to run with a ball. Somebody could have felt that way, even though that's not your fault, collective. But I'm just saying, especially if you spoke intelligently and They could be pissed about how you know that, and wanting to make it a point to make sure. You see how this is going? That's why sometimes people will agree to some of this stuff because they don't like. Hold on one second, y'all. They don't like that. You are smart or you perceive something, and that's triggering something for them. Okay, hold on one second, guys. The Fool in reverse, they're also upset. Yeah, they don't know. They're afraid. They don't. They're upset that there's not going to be some kind of a new beginning or new venture, and they're being forced to face their worst fears or something like that, or something has been exposed with this moon in the reverse. The Chariot in the reverse. Yeah, this did not have no sense of direction and purpose here. Something is out of their control. They don't like stuff being out of their control. But remember, I think I said on an earlier live on TikTok, like some of these people, this is going to be the only way, because they like making people feel like that. They like making people feel like they don't have control over their own life. And so this is why some of these people are going to be forced in something very similar. Somebody could be afraid of losing a vehicle, because Chariot could also represent travel. It could represent direction and purpose and forward movement. It's Cancerian, emotions, movement. They may be feeling stuck. They may not have transportation, or may end up or concerned that is where it's going. This could be a concern that they're bothered by. And for them, this is a big deal. The reason why they're pissed at feminine, because they watched her deal with it all. And with her head up. Mm-hmm. They watched her deal with it. Like, okay. They watched her, lose vehicles, lose people, lose homes, lose, and, these people don't know how to deal with that. They're afraid of stuff getting out of control. They could be control freaks. Feminine has been used to people playing with her life, and she's had to learn how to make all these adjustments. And they're going to be forced to see what it feels like to feel like other people are controlling your shit. That you're not going to be able to strong arm your way, spell cast your way. You're going to suffer. You're going to feel like other people, you're a full grown person, and you're going to get the opportunity because these people are control freaks, egomaniacs, egotistical. Men and women. So don't get it twisted. King of Swords reverse could be a lady and a man. It's just the air element, masculine form, masculine energy. Okay. The Six of Swords is in the reverse, Eight of Wands. They're upset. They could be worried about travel. They could be worried about what's going to hit the internet, or what the messages that are hitting the internet about maybe you moving on into calmer waters, or they feel like you getting away, or they don't know how to get themselves into calmer waters or something like that. They don't, yeah, not in a healthy way. Mm. Two of Wands, Cyclops is in the reverse. Blockages is being removed. Five of Swords is in the reverse. Okay, they can be upset that you are figuring out a way how to move on into calmer waters. Maybe you're speaking about it. Maybe this is on the internet, and this could be people that are mad about, on the internet, you're talking about, what you've had to do, how you've been trying to move on, why you moved on. Um, this is also people who have a problem with people moving away onto calmer waters in their life. Like, let's say something ends with them, they have a problem with those same people moving on into calmer waters in their life, traveling away, moving on. Um, they have a problem with that. And they have an obsession with trying to manipulate and stop people's new beginnings because of it, because of that. They don't know how to deal with their own burdens. Okay. Oh, let me hold on one second. I'm gonna check something real quick. For some of you, some of these energies are mad that they couldn't kill you, baby. I'm going to go ahead and say that with the death coming in the reverse. They're upset that they couldn't fucking kill you. Whatever this was supposed to be, to lift some burdens off of themselves or whatever they're projecting onto you, they're upset that they can't unaliven you, that they can't put an end to you, that they can't hide certain things, what they did that was foolish, and that is being spoken online with this Eight of Wands, okay? That this news is traveling fast about what they did, okay? Who they are, which is a dark magician, okay? And they don't like that it's something that's being spoken about. They don't like that you're speaking about it. You know, I find it funny how people be mad about stuff being spoken, but nobody's mad about what was done in the first place for it to be spoken. That trips me out. It's like people be feeling some kind of ways about people voicing things online or speaking about it, telling their story. Like, okay, but they're not mad about sometimes the accumulated events that continue to happen that forces some people to say, okay, I'm not getting anywhere. My life may be at stake, so this might serve me better because maybe there's someone out there in the universe that don't have their head up the asses of these people. Maybe it'll get the attention of an honorable Homeland Security. Okay, somebody that's not vested, don't have no connections, can't be bribed, bullied, blackmailed, you know what I'm saying, spell cast upon, all that shit. Because when you're quiet and you're trying to go around to everybody, that's that secrecy that works for all those who have ill will and hidden dishonor. It works for them. So these are people that's mad that you could have spoken about it. The news is traveling fast about what they did to try to end you. You know, basically, werewolf, sending werewolves to you and your kids and shit. Warlocks, all sorts of weird people that do shit to tie y'all up. Look at all these octopus, this hydra. It fell too. It was all these snakes and stuff to like tie y'all up and shit. Weird. This was foolish. It led to an exposure. Six of Cups in the reverse. For some of you, this is people from your past, you know, people from your childhood, people you grew up with, siblings. Again, but this is inner child wounds. Some of them are mad that you exposed shit to some of the people y'all grew up with. You told them the truth about what they've been doing, and which could have put burdens on them or you know, cause people to start questioning some things. Okay, let's continue here. I knew that was gonna come out, Leo energy. Yeah, they mad that you're strong. You broke through some kind of illusion. You yourself broke through your own fears. Yeah, that's what they mad at. And they could also be mad that you use your anger in a different way to like come out of illusion, to come out of hiding, to tell the truth about what people have been doing to you. Right? They just want you to go away quietly in the night and accept, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to kill you and they got holes on top of you, motherfuckers doing weird shit 24/7. You know, and they want you to just, you know. For some of you, they could be upset that you exposed that they were connected to your past too. Like they connected to like your childhood or was contacting people from your childhood to was in cahoots basically with your past lovers as well as your childhood and all that stuff to do the shit. Yeah, accountable. Yeah, they're accountable. Seven of Swords, sneaky. Trying to basically look at these bullies. This could be you or your kid. I think they got people in their hands and shit. Like y'all, some fucking fucking refrigerator, cute weirdos and shit. Yeah, human trafficking. Sacrificing to weird secret groups that do weird shit. Trying to harvest the life force energy of people, believing in human sacrifices and shit. For those they don't like. Yeah, those that they're prejudiced against. Or for just money. For some people, it's just, you know, hey, this is an opportunity to make big bucks. This is my property. We ain't nobody's property, and we finna make people feel that. We gonna collect it. We gonna make motherfuckers feel that. We finna make them feel it. No fucking asset. They finna get their ass. None of goddamn cattle. It's unfortunate they invest in human trafficking. That's their bad for investing in such a thing to begin with. Yeah, accountable. I don't know. Are they accountable? I don't know because don't know because I did because we got werewolf in here and we did have some strange weird dreams. I will say on Woodrow Avenue where people was eating our flesh and you know biting us and stuff. Their problem is they're stubborn. They're stubborn and they have poor judgment here. Again, like I said, they're stubborn. My way or the highway, and they can also be threatened by strong people. Used to getting their way. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse. They could be upset that they are getting some kind of karma. It says Inquisitor, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now look at the wheel. This is like somebody putting somebody, human sacrifice. And you're going to pay for that. They're going to fucking pay. All of them. All of them. For being stubborn. They could be upset that they're not going to get the fortune of, sacrificing me and my son, collective and you and yours. You see how they look like cult members, don't they? Don't they like cult members, motherfuckers? Don't they look like a bunch of weirdos down there? Human sacrifice on the wheel and shit. Ooh, we need to get their life force. You finna get your ass life force the fuck out of here. They're not using it. Okay, good. Then we gonna play. Y'all gonna be like, good. You're not using your brain. So let me do a lobotomy on you. Because if that's your logic, let me do a lobotomy on you because it's useless. You're not using it. I can make better use with it. They're not using it. It ain't yours. These are the same people that have bitch fit if you stole their favorite, you know what I'm saying? They'd have a bitch fit. I am a white woman. They have a fucking bitch fit. But feel entitled to somebody else's life force. Because they didn't wreck shod. They didn't fuck it in. This could, it says zombie, 8 of Pentacles. So they're upset because this didn't work, trying to make you and your children, like zombies so that they can take your head. This could also be somebody who got married to somebody, turned them into a zombie. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. They're getting karma for trying to zombie people out to, you know what I'm saying? So that they can take their head, their orishas, their connection to source, their psychic energy. Causing misfortune for folks so that they can, create something and build something off of the torture of other people. They could be pissed because, again, that either it didn't work, or if it worked at remotely, they getting that ass. Ooh, they getting it. They could have called, for some of you, they caused you to lose your job. If they spoke ill of it, if they were trying to zombie us, and as you're trying to work hard, because 8 of Pentacles in a high vibration is somebody that's got their nose to the grindstone, they're working hard, they're mastering something. So somebody wanted you zombied the fuck out because of all of the spell work and the misfortune that they're causing with spell work on you and your children. And they're upset because I have the Fool in the reverse here. They also could be upset that you wasn't as foolish as they had hoped you to be, as they tried to provoke you to be. Ooh, so we got that Wheel of Fortune coming in reverse, baby. It could be a cult. It could be 2 of them, 2 cult members, or a husband and a wife. That's a part of a cult. Or just 2 cult members that was trying to hold y'all bound, 2 hoes doing shit to you and your kid. Yeah, you're going to get karma, motherfucker. And it's going to mount up as you continue. Yep, and there's a Queen of Swords reverse. I told you, it's a couple. Queen of Swords reverse. So this is a narcissistic couple. or a narcissistic partnership, a narcissistic group, you know what I'm saying, leaders, co-leader, or whatever, it doesn't have to be. But I have King and Queen of Swords in the reverse. That means they're equally wicked. They are a match for made in hell. Amazon, she is a karmic Amazon. It's like he is a karmic Viking. Barbaric. They're getting karma for what they did. And they're getting karma and it's spreading and all that. You see what I'm saying? It should have left you alone. If these people wouldn't have bothered you, if they would have taken the loss, they may not. I'm telling you right now, if a lot of these people, I'm talking about the big wigs, if they would have got over themselves and got over the fact that it was over and that this was just going to be an investment that didn't pay off and move on, they might have been able to get away with what they had already done. But the fact that they made this thing all ginormous the way it is, it's going to fuck up everything for everybody. It's going to be a whole thing. Because they just could not accept. And the reason why it comes out is because as people was persisting, collective, you're going to persistently dog. As you keep seeing weird people following you around, some familiar faces, because you don't forget faces. Yeah. The Ten of Cups. Yeah, they're not happy. Their family is in an upheaval. I have Leviathan. They're being swallowed up here. Okay, and that's because of them swallowing up you and your children and coming against your happiness like that. You know, you don't fuck with somebody's family. This should be in the sermon. This should be in all their sermons. You don't do that. You don't have to like you, but you don't do that. Because you narcissistic and you didn't get your way and you don't like somebody telling you the fact that what you did to them. Yeah, they're having issues within their family because of this sneaky behavior. This sneaking, they could be cheating. This person could even be being found out as a cheater, a thief. Again, there's that Chariot reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Once again, for some of you, this is your family, somebody else's family. You don't want to talk to them anymore. These people are unapologetic. You could have spoke about poison. You could have spoke about why you don't want to talk to them anymore. You could have spoke about how unapologetic, you know. They're not having wish fulfillment no more. They could have went back into another situation. If this is romantic, or when they came back, you know, or something like that. Okay, so this is the karmic energy. Now I got the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody that's greedy. They could be like a miser. They could be a hoarder. They could be stingy, not just with money, but with time, and energy. They, because energy is energy. Somebody who holds back, somebody who likes to have leverage, somebody who they do that in order to have leverage and power control. So they almost like breadcrumb you, or they hold back and they ain't gonna play all the games to have. They look for creative ways to have power and control, or to hold on to something and somebody, even if it ain't romantic. It's people who want to keep getting money. Let's say somebody just want to keep getting money. Are they trying to figure out a way they can squeeze some more money out because they're not going to get all of the money, or whatever? This is somebody that's possibly now having some kind of money problems. Now, people could be holding back from them now. This could be you, collective, how you took all your stuff and learned how to do the Four of Pentacles in a high vibration, where it's like, okay, I'm going to be thrifty. I'm going to be mindful of my time, money, energy, resources the best I can, to a degree, right? They may not like it. They may be in this energy and they don't do that. They don't like that. Which is provoking them to look at you and get even more mad. Because they created this shit show for you and watch how you go through it. And then now they're getting some kind of a, bad news ain't gonna be on you again. And they don't like happening to penny pitch. They don't like happening to, actually sit up and think. Like, okay, I got this amount. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Okay, I gotta find a different version of this because I can't get this right now. Okay, maybe I need. Like, they don't like doing that. They don't like having to count their money, and they don't like people holding back from them. And they made sure that people held back from you. So some people are having to sit in what it feels like to be limited resource, to have people manipulate your life and sabotage things behind the scenes. See, not have much, and then try to get help and have nobody not want to assist you, or make every excuse under the sun. And what are you going to do? See, they may not know what to do with that, but you do. This is why they go into the let's get your spell kit out. And not in a high vibrational sense of the spell kit. They go into let's get the spell kit out. Who could I fuck up? Who could I steal from? Who could I trick? You make a list. It helps you to realize who's for you and who's not, who really cares for you and who don't. And then you still take it with stride, and you still create. You still manage to create. It's like, and that's for them too. Because I've come up with this new thing. If I got to ask somebody more than once, I got my answer. And that's not about being mean. It's just about, taking the temperature of folks. This whole energy of people needing collectives to beg is absurd, and it is beneath us. So for our future, in life, when we are needing some co-creation assistance and whatever we want to call that, if we have to, we're not talking about businesses where you go through the process of business, okay? Because, you do a business shit, it's like they got their business. So we're not talking about official business stuff that you may have to get an update, reach out to them. They have a caseload. Because that's business. Okay. I'm talking about individuals who claim to be like a friend, a family member, someone who claims to care for you as a person. If we have to ask more than once, they gave us our answer. They gave it to us. The whole chasing, this thing of needing us to chase, needing us to, needing to see, wanting somebody to squirm, chase, beg. It's like, no, if you're in a terrible motherfucker and somebody told you something and you're in position to do it, you do it. That's simple. It's really that simple. It is. It's that simple. We be complicating all this shit. It's that fucking simple. It ain't no, oh, well, Now, when people are in, not in position, that's something different. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about people who are, okay? Like I said on my post, if somebody can't put you $20 that have it to spare, you're gonna spend $20. I'll be saying that. You're gonna spend $20 Starbucks. I'm talking, yeah, especially in some dire situation. I'm not talking about because you really have this thing you want to go buy and be balanced. That's something different. If you express a dire situation for you and your children, and you got to ask more than once, yeah, them your haters. Them your haters and your handlers. And chances are they're on Team Toxic, baby. They're upset because you have the truth. Oh my God, Ace of Swords. People know the truth. Five of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, that you have the truth. And it says angel here. People are seeing the truth. Like, yeah, like you're not whatever these motherfuckers try to paint you out to be in order to get folks convinced to do all this weird shit. To put you on a list you ain't got no business being on, calling in favors. But see, this thing morphed into something it didn't have no business morphing into, all because somebody, yeah. They could even blame death on the collective instead of on themselves. No, your father is dead because of you. Because of you. Your choices to hurt me and my son. Your choices to comfort me and my son and to try to make you some money on, to exploit our situation. That's why whatever old illness that they may have had as well, naturally, but anything aside of that, yeah, that's not the collective's fault. Yeah. Shitty, dirty dealings. Working with the devil and going to church on Sunday. That's why we ain't did shit. But we ain't no goddamn property, no cow. We're not somebody's come up so they can get another vote. I'll have to check and I'll let you know, okay? Okay, I'll check later and I'll let you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 6 of Wands. You're being held in high honor, and this is a tower. you're moving on, you're being held in high honor, or people are shocked about how they were getting some kind of wins in their life. And it's like, oh my gosh. They could have been mad that you were able to overcome. They're in a tower. The towers that they created for you, you still are coming out. Yeah, because they were trying to create towers for you. Choose down how crooked people be doing that shit. People that are crooked have ill will, hidden dishonor, nefarious dealings, how they be trying to single out somebody and create and try to put us like, okay, then. Now, okay. You have opened up Pandora's box that will never be closed henceforth. All because of obsession. It will never be closed now. It will never be closed. As soon as I saw that, I saw the world in reverse. It will never be closed. It's going to be endless. They wouldn't stop shit. Two of Cups, using lovers, friendships. Their connection with a high priestess. I told you. They had a secret. Yep. They had a secret connection with maybe somebody, our lovers, like I said, people we dated, our relatives, and, sending people to us. And I think they're in a tower because maybe somebody decided to do the honorable thing with the Five of Swords coming in. Realizing that something was toxic. This theft, this stealing, this gossip, this triangulation, this, all this, we're going to do. Yeah. It's toxic. This high priestess that they got working upstairs. It's probably one of their lovers too. It's probably a secret lover of theirs. In some cases, it's a high priestess that they fuck, unbeknownst to their wife. Unless, now I don't know. I'm saying sometimes their wife might know. Maybe this may be some whole other shit that's unfolding about it. Like they yeah. High priestess, secrets, Three of Swords in the reverse. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So anyway, but some of their problems right now is that, you all are healing from all of these secrets, this spell work. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Somebody is stuck. You're healing from this stagnation, this gaslighting, this head fuck, this entrapment. They also could be mad because they might go to jail. They may be concerned that they actually might go to jail. I have Judgment here. I have Seven of Wands. So they tried to mummify y'all with all these attacks. This is an interesting deck to use for karmics because, the Seven of Wands, they tried to mummify y'all asses and shit. We're going to attack them so fucking goddamn much. Now they under judgment. Now they finna be mummified and shit. Yeah. Trying to hang y'all, the hangman in reverse, trying to look at this shit. Trying to put y'all in the shit, Y'all's getting free with this Two of Swords in the reverse. Making plans, judgment call is being made. freeing yourself, somebody else is freeing themselves. Pumpkin heads, they number pumpkin heads. They do the same shit over and over again. This is how these people are rich. This is how these people got wealth. This is how these people build their legacies and shit. Always looking for somebody to entrap. Always looking for some vulnerable somebody. Over and over again, interfering in people's lives, over and over again, always trying to stop somebody's light before moving, over and over and over again. Always trying to steal somebody else's shine, over and over and over again, pumpkin head. Always trying to wound somebody. That's the Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior energy going through something over and over again. With the Eight of Swords, always trying to get somebody stuck. Wounded to make them stuck. Wounded, make them stuck so we can make money. Yeah. They don't know how to do nothing else. What for some of y'all, some of these people, maybe not the big wigs, maybe some of the smaller, they don't know how to do shit else. They don't. They're addicted. Pumpkin heads. They're upset because they're under judgment for all this. For some of you, what they did in order to free themselves, for some of the smaller people, like the kind of shit they into to get themselves out of a fucking bind, nigga. Hallelujah. Get themselves out of jail. Or not jail, just out of, like I said, whoever these people are, they don't know how to handle struggle as graciously and gracefully as they act like. Because this is why many of them became cults in the first place. This is why many of them started one, got into one, got on that weird shit in the first fucking place. Because they don't know how. Everything is a fucking persona. They keep that as a double life, and then they wear their Christian label for the daytime for their friends and family. And then they do this, and then they'll go and testify and say God's good. After they fucking put somebody, look at something. Oh, look at mama's. Oh. Oh, look at those size baby boo. Am I taking too long? No, I'm taking too long. Oh, I see it's the pumpkin. Mama's baby boo. Oh, good boy. Good boy, huh? Okay. We just took the whole, like, okay, I'm done with the karmic energy. The mama have a table? The mama have a desk? Huh? Did you move him, Woody? Did you move him, boy? Ooh. Your son's moving him, Woody. Woody, hi. Cyrus. Ooh. Who's standing here? Could my mom finish? Oh, I see it. Cyrus. Osiris. Osiris. Come on. Oh, look at my beautiful fur ball. Cyrus, come on, man. Dude, I'm done with the karmic energy. So if you could get up and let me move this, and then I can hear you. Okay? Yes. Oh, come see your mama. Oh, come you see your mother. Oh, pumpkin. Look at my pumpkin. Come on, come on. Come on, Cyrus, serious. Come on. Come on. I'm giving my mama a hug. Oh, Cyrus. Cyrus. Get your booty down. Come on. Come on, good boy. Come on, booty. Come on. Get your booty down. Come on. Come on, Fontaine. So neither of my boys listens to me. Come on, Fontaine. Let my mom finish, okay? Come on. Oh, look at the booty. Come see if my mama was good because you're messing up the cards. Cyrus, come here. You're showing us your area. You're showing us your delicates on TV. Cyrus, you're showing us your delicates on TV. We see your vulnerables. Oh, Cyrus. Oh, goodness. Hold up, guys. Come on, Funky. Get the boo down. Good boys. Yay! Yay, you did it. Yay! Yay, Funky. Good boy. Okay. All right, so we're done with the karmic energy. So that's their problem. We were trying to gauge what is their problem, and we got a full, nice little picture. Okay, so now remember how we correlated it to they have a problem with honorable feminine because of how they deal with the pain, loss, suffering, misfortune, injustices, people basically gossiping, attacking, like all the things in which some of them feel like they are experiencing. Okay, so I want to start off with some interesting characteristic traits. So let's do that. This is a lot. What is it, honorable feminine, as you come on, like something that you've cultivated, developed, something that it bugs these people, Okay, it bugs them on top of, we're gonna even put aside the fact, whatever monies, money deals and shit like that, but just the deeper matter. Okay. Oh, it says your courage shines. See, so that's narcissistic. So these people don't like that you're courageous. It's this vibe of, if they think low of you, then you're not supposed to be. Like, I swear that's what I'm starting to believe. Like, if people feel like you, if they believe in their perception and their, if they feel you ain't shit, or you're beneath them, that you should not be courageous, that's narcissism. It's the superior, this hierarchy. I'm better than you, at least as far as I'm concerned, and you should not be courageous because I'm better than you. I'm bigger than you. I'm taller than you. I have more this than you. All those things. I have an entourage. I have an army. I'm better than you. I'm superior to you. How dare you be courageous? You don't have anything. You don't have anything. You glow like a night guard. So what is it about the glow? I got your courage shines. Well, that's why they're trying to wear you out. That bugs. You are a dedicated and admirable activist. Good. See, they were supposed to beat the activists the hell up out of you. You know, there's some people somewhere, you might not know them, but there's some people somewhere that ain't altogether trash and altogether pieces of shit. That actually admires it. Because maybe if more folks, maybe shit wouldn't got so fucked up for a whole lot of people. Maybe wouldn't be so many names on that casualty list. If enough motherfuckers started talking and standing up. You have an unbreakable work ethic. You're a passionate. They can't break you. So this could be something that was the part of to stop you from what you're doing. They could have paid 12 witches to do whatever it took. And it's wearing everybody out. You are like 10 wishes. You're like 10 wishes come true. Maybe they don't like that there's people, somebody somewhere. You are fearless and independent. Ain't that something? Because wasn't the picture of you made that you can't do nothing on your own ever, and you've been doing stuff on your own since ever? With increments of seemingly help that actually was laced with poison. You are fearless and independent. Like chocolate, you can always be counted on. You could have also started getting some wisdom with that too. Like, maybe you start learning, like, if people ain't got your baggage, you shouldn't have theirs. Like, at some point, that ain't about being loved, and that at some point that's self-sacrifice. So go ahead, run to them. Hello, Mr. Murder Killer. Right this way. Oh yeah, sure. You promote inclusivity, yeah. You are thriving, yeah. Another matter of words, in some ways. You are an anchor of comfort, yeah. That's exploited. That's because it's funny. People have not provided that for you. See, this is something. This is why you changed. Not that you changed the core of who you are, is why you had to become wise. Because it's like, okay, I'm a source of anchor of comfort, but I don't get no anchor of comfort. Like, okay, something wrong with that picture, bitch. Something wrong with that picture, bitch. You know, it's like something wrong with that. Because again, it's funny how people like to comfort in energy, but you tell them you're in a dire situation, and they all of a sudden cross-eyed. It's like, okay, no, energy is energy. Your money ain't more. See, that's how people place value. Your money, the currency, is not more valuable than my energy. You like my energy. You see, and it ain't something you can go buy at the swap meet. It ain't even something that you can go pull out the ATM. But you want to be all weirdy and you know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to figure out. You should okay, so you should figure out how to comfort yourself. I'm not saying comfort is like for sale. I'm just saying energy is energy. And when there's this mutual love and respect for one another, there's a desire, there's a shared desire. There's a shared desire to make something easier for one another. It's not one sided. You radiate warmth. You are the best travel companion. Somebody, you could be. Because you'll be like fun to talk to, possibly, or, you know, you are bold and confident. You are a snack. You take rest and care for yourself. You're making yourself do that now. You're trying. You've got moxie. Yeah, now we definitely got that. I don't care, but I don't care I don't care if we gotta wear plastic wigs and pro wings and stuff. We still gonna have moxie, bitch. You are better than brunch. You make people feel seen and heard. And this is beautiful energy. But this is also what's bothering these karmics. Okay. It shouldn't bother them, no. No, it shouldn't. You know. But that's, when we're not dealing with our stuff, then yeah. Okay, when we're not dealing with it in healthy way. Okay. Let me hurry up. What time is it? Ooh, I can't believe. Holy shit, yo, what time? What the hell? What time did I start doing this? Look at the let's see. So let me just hurry this up because I didn't even realize. Sometimes I get, yeah. I didn't even realize like it's way late. Okay, so I'm going to reduce some of the decks here. Let's just get to the chase here. We're going to talk about, okay, maybe you have a way to get these happy chemicals going. So we're going to see that. the tarot. We have already used this side. Basically, you have a way to get to this healing energy. Okay. Why are the karmics so why are they so aggravated about honorable feminine and disrespect from the chemicals deck? From the chemicals deck. What is it about her that she is either mastered or she is something that she's implementing and it's being seen that she is implementing that for herself? What is it that's got them so bothered? Smelling sweet? Okay, it says natural essential oils such as lavender, rosemary, and orange have been shown to trigger an endorphin. This assists in improving your mood and creating a sense of well-being. So, feminine, this is something that you do to help yourself when you're in a bad mood. You may be a botanist or an herbalist, and you like to use nature and things to help you when you feel you're under attack, and you deal with it, and then you find a way to get yourself out of it, or not necessarily out of it, but how to process it and alchemize it and get your endorphins in a healthy way. These are healthy ways of getting these chemicals triggered, these hormones. Okay. Because you know what's funny? They can do the same thing. Maybe they don't want to. See, that's the whole thing. It's like, who says they can't go try it and do it? Good carbs, ice cold. Interesting. Food high in carbohydrates allows amino acids to enter the brain, where it's then converted to lovely calming serotonin. This may be one of the reasons why foods such as pasta are as addictive. Oh. And so it says, while mac and cheese is awesome, eating some more complex carbs like apples, sweet potatoes, carrots can provide you a good slow burn. Okay, maybe you're trying to eat healthier, but maybe you have your comfort food. I've never seen this part before. For serotonin, so something to good carbs, something to help you. Smoothie. Interesting. Okay, ice cold. Studies have shown that a cold shower can greatly increase your dopamine level. It triggers your sympathetic nervous system, which releases a feel-good chemical cocktail. If the ideal of completely cold shower makes you sweat, try turning off the hot water for the last 30 seconds. Even a shot of, okay, yeah, it's gonna get your dopamine. I do this every room. So maybe you know something about, again, this is ways to get the yucky off of you. For some of you, spiritual, it's like how to get entities, parasites, and then how to reset. Especially, you get head fucked. They're going to town with schoolwork and shit like that. And for others of you, they're upset because maybe they feel like you use all of the hot water. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad? It says studies have found that vitamin C stimulates serotonin and oxytocin in the brain. correlates with improved mood and decreased stress. So you know things about this, and when you are in position to do any of those things, you do. Like this has been something that you have been incorporating to, because they're hell bent on keeping you in a yucky mood. So then you hell bent on doing this. So I can see why that would be like frustrating. Dance it off. Uh-oh. Oh, they don't like you dancing. It says there is no culture on earth that doesn't possess an urge to dance. Dancing connects with the emotional centers in the brain. Oh my God. This is science, y'all. And the physical exertion gets your endorphins flowing. The physical exertion, look it. So that's a healthy form of physical exertion, isn't it? Versus fighting, like physical fighting, in an unhealthy way, because you do like kickboxing and those things, but I'm saying versus like physically fighting somebody or having sex with people who don't need to have sex with them. Okay. So they may again that you dance it off, like you may be like, then we'll use some essential oils, bitch. We'll use some macaroni and cheese, bitch. And then you go, you know what I'm saying, do ice cold. You work with what you have. This is working with the elements, working with different things in a high vibrational way to get those same happiness chemicals that some people get into toxicity to get. All right, so let's see what's going on with you, Honorable Feminine, right now that's got these people feeling some kind of way. Because, I mean, you might be saying, look, Justin ain't been served yet. I still ain't got my shit. So I don't know what nobody crying about. Justin ain't served yet. I still ain't got my shit. And I'm still, me and my children is still being attacked and followed around daily. So I don't know what people upset about. So upset for. It ain't like justice been served or nothing. What is this about Honorable Feminine that's going on with her from the tarot that's got these people perturbed? What is it about her, especially considering it's not like nothing has been fully manifested, resolved? And look at that. That goes along with the way the reading started, her ability to heal. It says temperance, which is patience. Could be that you have patience with yourself. You know how to, or something like that. It says here, let go of self-imposed limitations. Good gravy. You've let go of self-imposed limitations. You are working through that. And maybe they don't know how. So this is like Earth Angel energy. She's drinking some coffee, sitting by some plants and shit, bitch. This could be a family member that has a problem with you. This could be a Sagittarian, Taurus that has a problem with you. Or you could have some Sagittarius placements in your chart that helps you to do this. That Archer energy, you know what I'm saying? You know how to heal from sadness. Wow. You're healing from whatever they did to cause you sadness or something like that. Because I have 5 of Cups. It says, spilled tea isn't the end of the world. Yeah, you know that it's not the end of the world. You know how to go, okay, okay. Let me go make me another cup of tea. Let's do this again. You see what I'm saying? Like she did this on the floor. It's like, okay. And it's like, okay. She got up and got dressed. And let me do a cup of tea. Look, and this could have been attacked like on her. What the hell? Yeah, he was attacking your skin. Because on, what the hell? And there's the tower. Oh, good gravy. It says, get ready. Things are about to get shaken up. Yeah, they are upset because the towers that they have created for you is towers that they have all created for themselves, trying to burn you down. Okay? Trying to burn you down, trying to, shake up your foundation and shit. Always trying to keep you in a constant state of upheaval and shock and loss. Osiris, move your. Oh my God. Right. Osiris. No. No. Room 13. 13, death is coming out. It says here, tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. It's in the reverse. They could be upset that they can't keep you in something crazy. I have an Emperor reverse. They can't cause some kind of ending the way they want to cause it. 8 of Pentacles. You look at it. You mastering something. You working hard. You mastering something. This is bothering them. It says, sorry, but fairies aren't going to come do all of the work for you. Like you're working. You're doing it. Okay, they can't stop you from building. They can't stop you from developing. Three of Wands in reverse. They put yourself out there, and you'll be rewarded one way or the other. Oh, they're upset because they can't stop that. They can't. Their plans to stop you from putting yourself out there didn't work. Or backfiring. Ace of Cups, you love yourself. This is, you love yourself. You're pouring love into yourself throughout all of this. It says, do you feel that in your heart, that's potential, dear? Your potential. You know you have potential, so you're pouring love into yourself because of it. You're like, I'm gonna self-care, self-love, and mix my concoction for myself perfect. And I'm just gonna be on the get up there, 6 of Swords. And I go. You love yourself enough to walk away from things too. It's like it may suck, it may be inconvenient, it may be exhausting. Shit, we may be plus size even because like some of the depictions is like the plus size and shit. It's like okay, whatever, shit. So I've got menopause. Menopause, buddy. So fuck you. This is all aboard, which is time to write a new chapter. You're writing a new chapter. You're being guided into calmer waters because you're loving on yourself, and this is helping you to do that. It's helping you to get yourself, and for some of you, you may move across the water. You may have to cross the water. You may, okay, ooh, shit. Or this just be that you are just moving on to a state of more calmness. You realize like this is not working for me. Okay, I'm going to give everything that I have, but at some point, adjustments must be made, and we're going to make them. Okay, because this ain't it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. King of Swords. You're smart. It's in the up right now. The other deck was in the reverse. You're smart. Maybe you wrote a letter. Can you see how she's typing? You're smart. Okay, you could have typed something, wrote something, and it says here, we can all learn important things from one another. People are learning from you. And it's something to do with communications. It could be something that you write or something that you say. And they hate that we're asking like, what is this that they hate about what's going on for you? So you're intelligent and you know how to communicate intelligently. And you also know how to make executive decisions because a healthy King of Swords, whether it's a man or a woman, just in their masculine energy, is not only intelligent, head over heart, but they make good calls. They're yes. When they in that right vibe, yeah, you can bank on it. Okay, they're gonna make an executive decision that's gonna be high vibrational, and it's not gonna be altogether void of emotion. It's just that it's not going to be driven by the emotion. It's going to be driven by as much intelligence and logic and stoic as possible. Wow. Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that. Anywho, there you go. I'm gonna end this. I didn't expect to be here this long. I didn't know it was even this late, so I'm gonna end it. I hope y'all can hear it. I'm gonna be super upset if I, Cyrus, if I find out the hell that there's no sound. Anywho, I hope that helps. This is long. I'm really working on trying to get shorter videos, y'all. I'm gonna do it, but just bear with me, okay?